guys. Hope everyone's doing good, staying safe and everything, and healthy. But so today, I'm doing Papua New Guinea and integrating it into physical education. So basically, what I'm going to do is teach my students about the history, just brief history about them. So, one thing I did find interesting before the rest of the history is that before the 1950s, the country was known as a cannibalism country. And I don't think that I would teach my kids that, but I just found that very interesting. And a lot of people still think that the country does, I don't know if you'd say practice cannibalism or whatever, but I was watching videos and people from there, interviews from people that live there, and they're like, it's not like that anymore. But so like there's 8 million in population, and then 40% is under the poverty line. So it's very poor country, but they're very rich when it comes to natural resources, such as like fishing and hunting. They hunt a lot of wildlife and things like that. The country is one of the highest in the world when it comes to crime rate, such as burglaries, robberies, home invasions, sexual assault, things like that. And that's part of rapid change when it comes to social, political, and economic changes. And it's just skyrocketed, and they're one of the highest crime rates in the world. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'll have 5 stations, and so I really kind of just wanted to show what it kind of like a day it could be like for certain people, like kids, or fathers, or people who are actually working and driving trucks and stuff. So I have one station that, so like Lindley did it with her boats, basically putting 2 scooters underneath a mat, and having a person in the front of the mat and maybe a person behind him helping him, and then like setting like crates of like balls or different items in it, but having a really tough obstacle course to get through, because in Papua New Guinea there's not very many roads, and there's a lot of potholes. So like traveling, if the truck drivers are traveling, they have the world's toughest roads to get through. So making like a tough obstacle course for them to get through, kind of just to show them like what it's like there, and keeping the stuff on the truck and everything as you're going through. And a lot of times like there's not very many cars at all, like at all. The only time there's cars if it's like for us like Ubers or something like that, getting taken from one place to another, or the truck drivers. There's not just people like us who just have cars and can go to a store or things like that. And so basically having that obstacle course, doing all that. Then my second station I would just kind of, this one would be a fun one. So there's different tribes throughout the country, and they all have their own music, different kinds of music, tribal music and dances and stuff. So I would play a variety of those, and then they can just have fun, dance, freestyle, do whatever, during that station to the music. My third station, so that big red mat that we have, that goes like this and you can crawl through it. So that's gonna be a house. We're gonna have a person in the front of the house, and that's mainly like the older sons or the dad, kind of just like guarding the house because of the high crime rate, home invasions or sexual assault during a home invasion, not just robberies. So that person is going to be guarding that house, and a few kids are going to be trying to get through into the house. So the only way to get through into the house is if the guard, the dad or the son or whoever's guarding the house, doesn't tag you at all, and you get through it. If they tag you, you have to start back on the line and then try to invade the house that way. Another station I would have is, like I said earlier, they have natural resources, so a lot of the kids go fishing, mainly the sons, and then the dads and things like that. Just the guys usually go fishing and hunting. So I thought about a fishing station and using a long stick with a string attached to it with a magnet, and then having cut up fish, with, at the end of it, like a paper clip or those like chip clips with the metal on the outside. Just something that can attach to the magnet. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. Anyways, so they'll be fishing, like they're fishing for their supper that night or their breakfast or anything like that. And then my last station, which would be station 5, would be yoga. So in Papua New Guinea, there's kangaroos, there's alligators, there's different kinds of birds and everything. And so just doing yoga to those animals. And I'll have pictures of the different animals and showing the poses and everything placed out there so that they can see and just do yoga at that one. But yeah, that's what I have for this. It was kind of tough trying to figure out what I was going to do for this. So I hope that this would be something kids would enjoy and learn about kind of like the history and what it's like to live in Papua New Guinea. And to know like living here is such a privilege than in other countries. Because I watched this documentary on YouTube and I just can't get over like a lot of them don't even wear shoes. They don't have shoes, barely have clothes, and if they do have like a full set of clothes on, it's just dirty, and it's the weather there. It seemed like it was just raining like a lot, and so everything's muddy. They don't have like pavement; it's all mud. So like when the truck drivers are driving, just mud, and so I hope I did all right, but yeah, I hope everyone's doing good, like I said before, and yeah,